Welcome to this edition of You See Good News. I'm Wadani and this is my co-host Camilo. And today we will unpack the fourth and the fifth thing that God hates. The fourth, the heart that devises evil. The fifth, feet that run quickly to evil. So Camilo, why don't you help us unpack these two things?
Sure. Let's take a look at the first one.
All right.
The heart, it really just represents our intentions.
Okay.
So when it says that it devises wicked plans, it's really just referring to when we scheme with evil intentions.
That's pretty self-explanatory, but how does one get to that point?
Well, God reveals to us in Genesis 8:21 that the intentions of the heart are evil even from our youth. And so we're all just born with a heart that's inclined towards doing evil.
Man, that sounds awful. Is there anything that we can do? Anything at all?
Well, there was this king in 2 Chronicles 12 who did a lot of evil. And
Okay.
verse 14 tells us exactly why. This king, he does evil because he does not set his heart to seek the Lord.
So what you're saying is that if our hearts are not set to seek the Lord, we're just destined for evil.
Well, exactly. And that's why the fifth thing that God hates is feet that run quickly to do evil.
That's interesting. But what exactly do these feet represent?
Well, Annie, they represent really just the direction in which we're going.
Well, great. So if we are inclined, since we are little, to do evil things, then we're just, my goodness, we are just destined for evil things. Awful, awful things. There's like no hope.
Well, only Jesus can change our hearts. And when we surrender our lives to Him, He does. So, when He washed the feet of the disciples, He gives us this example of living a life that is just really living with the intention of serving others.
So we're not doomed. There's hope.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me get this straight. First, we need to surrender our hearts to Christ. And then we need to set our hearts on seeking Christ so that we can follow in His footsteps. Is that correct?
Exactly.
We're not doomed.
No, we're not doomed.
That's good news.
Yes, it is.
Well, if you haven't surrendered your life to Christ yet, I encourage you, do it today. And it's just as simple as asking Him for forgiveness and then doing His will, just following Him, just saying, God, I want to do your will. I want to follow, I want to do what you say, and that's it. So I encourage you, take that step today. Well, thank you for joining us for this edition of You See Good News.
Now, you saw the good news.